Okay. I don't like this camera going this way. All right. There you go, JJ. Say hi to everyone. Say hi, JJ. Okay, so we finna go live. Let me get this one up here. This is my typical. I don't want all that. Can you turn it off? What's it? Video. Camera? Okay, let's go. All right, so Jay, you right here. All right, so here we go. We are live streaming. Yes, we are. We are live streaming right now on Facebook. Not only Facebook, not only Facebook. Yo, yo, yo. Jay, 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 Jay. Say hi, Jay. They go Derek. Say hey. Let's hear everybody. We live. They go Gabrielle. They go your cousin Gabrielle. Say hi, Gabrielle. Hey. Say hey, Gabby. Come on in. Share. Like. Subscribe. Come on.
Hey, guys.
Say hey, Derek. Y'all share it. Share the video. Share the video. Hey, y'all. My connection's up. Everything is on Do Not Disturb. Hey, hey. Let me try to share to everybody. Let them know I'm live. We got a good topic going on today. Good topic. Good topic. Hey. Come back, JJ. JJ, come back. All right. I'm going to wait till some people come in. I wish I could share it with my, hold on. Invite people, Derek, share. Come on, JJ. There go, JJ came back. Hi, hi. Say hey, Juju. There go Juju, JJ. Come on, I hope y'all ready for the topic for today. Topic for today is autism. Topic for today is autism. Ha, 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 ha. Set it up, yo. Set it up, yo. I don't need my mic because my mic was connected, messing with everything, but I'm good. As long as I got my YouTube streaming. If you want to go on YouTube, all you have to do is click on the L. It's on as Life Be Licensed. That's all you got to do. Share it, like it. What's up, mommy? There go your grandma, JJ. Say hey, grandma. Hey, hey. She said hey, JJ. All right, I'm about to get ready to get started. I was getting a chance. Let everybody know that I'm live. A lot of people can't find it, so that's why it be taking me a little time to get everybody in. Jarrell. I'm reaching out to Jarrell right now. He told me to personally inbox him when I do this. All right. I'm about to get ready to get started. It's time. I don't know if y'all gonna get into some real where y'all on it. All right, live from Chicago, Illinois. It is 1st, 2007-04. This is a podcast pertaining to autism to let you be aware of autism. As you know, I know a lot of y'all probably got family members that's autistic. I have 2 boys that's autistic. You know, it is at least at the moment 75 million adults and kids that are diagnosed with autism. Autism has been around for many, many years. People have kids that have autism and don't even know it. I'm going to tell you about the signs. I'm going to the different levels of spectrum of autism, and to also let you know they can do the same as we can do. And they can also teach you a lot of things. As you can see, this is Jalen, my son Jalen. He is autistic. He is on the very, very high spectrum. And I have a son that's Orlando. He's 7. He's on a low spectrum. So you'll get you see Orlando a lot, a lot. You see him in my TikTok videos. You see him on my live streams all the time. He's on Instagram. We're all over with this. So if y'all can share the video so I can let everyone be aware about what's going on with autism, how it started off, how do you get the help, the research you need to do to get the help that you need? Because that's one of the problems I'm having right now is finding, adult care for kids when they grow out of school. It's a lot of different things these kids go through and a lot of different emotions. It's very unpredictable, very unpredictable. You can never tell how an autistic kid is feeling. They always go through things all the time, all the time. Say hi, JJ. Say hi, JJ. You can't look at them until they're autistic because a lot of people say, oh, you can look at them until they're autistic. No, you cannot look at a kid until that they're autistic. But there are signs. So let me give you a little history on JJ. When JJ was 3 years old, JJ got diagnosed with autism. Beforehand, Jalen was speaking perfectly fine, normal activities, walk fine, crawl fine, did everything fine. And all of a sudden, in my opinion, it was the vaccination. The vaccination to me is what triggered JJ brain to shut down. Everything completely shut down when he got vaccinated. Everything shut down when he got vaccinated. Everything. So, the reason why I seen signs, the first signs I noticed was lack of communication. There is no communication. He completely stopped communicating. There was a pointing as a gesture for me to recognize what he wanted. There was never a language that came out. There was never nothing that came out of his mouth. He used to say mama and dad, but that once he got vaccinated at 3, that's what completely shut it down. I knew something was wrong when he didn't communicate. So what I did was, being quick on my feet as a mother instinct, I took him to Cook County, as y'all all know, it's Stroger in Chicago, Illinois, one of the biggest hospitals that's out here in the city of Chicago. I took him out there so they can test him to find out why was my son giving these type of signals or these type of, activities, which is very, very, it's uncommon to see your child do such activities. JJ is 22 years old right now. Most of the stuff Jalen did, he has from the help from some very, very special people at all different types of schools. They gave him speech therapy. JJ went through speech therapy. He went through counseling. He went through so much stuff just to learn how to talk. So when he got diagnosed, I knew something was wrong. I didn't think nothing of autism level to be able to, my kids to always experience all different types of things on his own, be like being independent. Pay attention to him at all times. It's not something that we have to do. We have, so during the process of, we found this phenomenal school called MacArthur. Is on the south. It is amazing teachers. If you live in Chicago, come up. It's MacArthur. It's in South Holland. When I mean teachers there, they really work with Jalen. Like that you don't normally see. I want you guys to see. It's different types of things could trigger them off. Many triggers. I tell you, I can make a noise right that will put him in a rage, which I'm not gonna do because I hurt my son that way to make him go into a spasm. I would never want to do that. But there you make, and it will trigger them all, especially with them clothes. That's one thing they don't like. That means they don't like loud noise. Not only are they sensitive to loud noise, so are, touching. Some of them don't like you to, they won't even give. Some of them do for us. As you can see, he has not given y'all eye contact right now. We're on camera. He may look up for a second, but he will not give you a hey Nika, how you doing? What's up, Nita? I didn't know you was in here. And I was simply explaining the difference to get Jalen where he is today. Jalen did graduate out of high school, but is as an income. Jalen went through everything. He also ran track. He did all of it. Shot put. He did all. You know, sometimes people say, "Oh, my kid can't." Them kids are very smart. They can teach us a thing. They're very intelligent. I can honestly say, man, me and Lorenzo, we went through a lot. You know, no team behind me. Our support was me and him. Not to mention, we had the of our own son that's autistic. My son that I gave birth to, I had to live the law by the state of law. You have to get guardianship. Years old. I didn't know of that. Yes, anybody that has a disabled kid, it is by you look at automatically tell he's autistic. There are different signs. Episodes with that with officers. Yeah, around my neighborhood, people thought it was in bulletins of my son's picture, letting him know that you have an autism kid on in your neighborhood. Station, trying to go to Walmart, right, JJ? Walmart on wasn't you? And Uncle Larry did he? You? Did he find you, JJ? See?
Yeah.
Jalen always try to get out, but neighborhood be aware him our number, address, and they also got wristbands and tags your kids. As you can see, he stuff that he normally does on a daily basis by him being autistic. There are signs. Episode when he was in an office, literally just pulled up, questioning in the window, watching, questioning him.
Hello?
No, you can't go. You want to go to Target, but stop him while he was in the grass playing. He went in. They said, I put that in the police station. Thank God the other officer that knew who my son was. He knew who my son was right off the bat. Put that information out for people so that your kid get out. They would definitely get, now under no circumstances because severe right now, this kidnapping, it all the time. And it don't matter if they're autistic. They don't care. They will take them. It's getting that bad. Yeah, you always want to keep ball. They go, Connie. You also gotta be aware of all different types of levels of autism. That's verbal. You got some that's nonverbal. But you to the stages because they go with JJ. He's a part of us. He is a big part of us, and ever come to a conclusion of putting my son in the system. That is what they want us. Torrance, what up, Tori? What up, Sean? And then I was just talking about my son, and he's here. He's autistic. He's 20. He has been doing activities in school just like everybody else. However, Jalen cannot hold a conversation the way I'm holding a conversation with Jalen. Do have activities with emotions in his face. Ask your dad, do you want to Target?
Yep.
Go ask before you leave. You gonna say bye to everybody? Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, now go where daddy at. I know you want to get up and go. Go ahead. you go. It like you need to be really firm on it and quick on it. Some people brush it off right away. Because I have a friend that has a kid that I sensed that she was autistic. You know, the whining, that's a huge sign. The whining, consistently whining. Sometimes you may think it's colic. No, it's not colic. No. When you see unusual sign of your kid, you definitely need to go get them tested right away and get them to a psychiatrist. I heard someone say a while back that, you know, they just want to diagnose our kids and they want to diagnose our kids and they want to just pump them up with drugs. I feel like this year has been very, very challenging. Well, last year was really, really hard for us. We literally got to a point that Jalen started hurting himself. You know, I have images of Jalen just consistently scratching his face so bad that it would bleed. He didn't even know that he was scratching his face this bad. He didn't even know. Yeah, don't be you absolutely right, Gabrielle. Don't be in denial about your kids. You know, some people, I'm telling you, my friend, she had a daughter, and I seen the signs before she seen it. And she knew my son was autistic. And I told her, I said, your daughter is whining consistently. I think that you need to go get her tested. She was in denial. You just want your child to be autistic. My child to be autistic because your child is autistic. Why would I want anybody's child to be autistic? To me, right now, that is the most challenging thing right now in my life. In my life right now. Like, I'm so serious. Anybody have a kid that's disabled is very, very challenging. And let me tell you something. You got to have a strong mind and a strong backbone to handle those kids. You got to. Because it's really, really hard and challenging. Oh, my God. You don't know. I fear for my son every day because he can't have a normal life like we do. They brain rush. Rush tells them to do things that they don't want to do. All the time. You know, my son has a race. He's very, very strong. As you seen him when he was here. He punched holes in walls. I never seen him hurt anyone. Never seen him hurt anyone. But it is autistic kids that do hurt people. Just so luckily, my son doesn't do it. And he has 5 other siblings. He has 5 other siblings. He has never hurt no one in this house. But he'll hurt himself, which is not good. Which is not good. He done had stitches. He done bust his knuckles open. He done did a lot of stuff to hurt himself. And I feel really bad for my son. I mean, it's my son, you know, but I tell you one thing. The one thing they're not going to make me do is put my son in the system to pump drugs in him. That's not. I feel like my son been on so much medication. I swear it's crazy. My son was on one medication that was so bad it had him in the corner urinating on himself. He wasn't aware of his surroundings. He wasn't aware of anything. Medication shouldn't have our kids like that. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. I do feel like in the state of Illinois, we don't have the help that we need for autistic kids. We don't. We don't. They took away all the I wouldn't even say psych wards, facilities to help your kids that's in need like that. Like right now, we're looking for somewhere. How can we approve? Okay. Caseworker. If you're on DHS, even if you're not, there are 1-800 numbers you can call. There are websites you can go to. There are autism groups and Facebook. I'm in many, many autism groups. There are so many ways you can get, but caseworker, if you on DHS, you get Medicaid, welfare, you can always go there and get a caseworker, and they will help you and guide you through the process. That's the best way you can go through. I'm telling you that now, because they can get you started with your child very, very young at 3. They can get them in programs to help them with speech therapy. They can get them in programs to help them with one-on-ones. They can get them in all type of therapy. So always don't be in denial about your kid. Don't say, oh, my kid's not like. Don't do that. Because when my friend went and got her daughter tested, it came back she was autistic. Because she came to me crying that day, and I knew it, but she didn't know it. So sometimes you just have to just pay attention to your kids. I'm serious. Pay attention. Just pay attention. If you don't see normal activity, your first instinct is, hey, I got a friend that has a kid autistic. Give them a call. Because we know what we go through. We know it be days that we can't go to sleep. I work from 2 a.m. to 10:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday right now. And I get my other weekends off. Right now, I'm just doing it for the next 3 weeks. Do you know how challenging it is for me to know that my kid, sometimes he had episodes in the middle of the night where he cannot sleep, which means I have to stay up with him to make sure he doesn't hurt himself. You know that? Do you know how hard that is? And not to mention, I have 5 other kids that I have to tend to. So I have 2 autistic kids. If you see Orlando is the youngest one. He's 7-year-old. He's just more hyper. He can communicate. He can communicate very well. But he bad. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, the last of the Mohicans is true. Terrible. I don't believe in terrible threes. He's terrible. He's sweet, but he's a little sneaky little demon. He is. He is. He's sneaky. Anika, what you say? I have a nephew that's autistic, nonverbal, or very little speech. I think I am on the spectrum too. I think all of us is on the spectrum. I think all of us do stuff consistently. Like, you don't even recognize that you keep doing something over and over and over. Jalen does it. Do you know my son had autism control him so much that he'll run up and down the stairs for 3 hours straight? It can be 5 flights of stairs. Just run up and down the stairs. It's something that make their brain click that they got to do this, do that, do that. I used to think it was tick. I don't know if you know what tick is. Tick is an emotion that you consistently do all the time. Say, for instance, I'm going like this. You don't even know why you're doing it, but you're doing it for hours. You just keep doing it. It's like that. That's the way Jalen does at nighttime. Sometimes he get up 3, 4 in the morning doing it. Running up and down the stairs. Yeah. That's why I say, another thing that I feel like you should do if you have a kid that's autistic, I feel like someone have a kid autistic, by all means, check on them. Good vocabulary spectrum. Yeah, I mean, you can say spectrum, but I say autism or autistic. But I'm going to tell you this. If you know someone that has somebody that's autistic or any type of disability, by all means, check up on them. I'm so serious about this. Check up on them. It messes with you mentally. It really does. I know you was. I know you was, Tori. It messes with them mentally. It messes with the parents' head mentally. I don't know how many times I broke down crying to myself because it can be overwhelming. It can be very, very overwhelming. Sometimes Jalen don't want to bathe. I have to go in there and bathe him. Don't get me wrong. Jalen want to partake in the normal activities that we do in life. Like, y'all know, I'm a chef. All I do is I teach all my kids how to use knives. I teach all my kids how to cook. Jalen learned too. Jalen learned too. I didn't leave Jalen out because he's autistic. You have to work with them for them to learn how to do it. Autism or not, I treat my kid the same way. All you need to get in there and bathe. You need to learn how to do laundry. You need to learn how to iron your clothes. Yes, learn how to use a microwave. Learn how to use an air fryer. Learn how to use a waffle maker. Yes. I don't treat my kid any differently. You want to learn how to swim? You're going to learn how to swim like everybody. It is very, very important you don't let them feel like they're alone. Do they have programs for him that could allow him to have jobs? Yes, which is what we're working on now. But while Jalen going through a high level of autism right now, he is not able to actually just stay stable to learn how to do a job right now. That's why I say it's different levels of autism. You got the high level, high functioning spectrum, which is the nonverbal. You got the middle, which is they can do maybe a little eye contact, maybe a little bit of communication, and then you got the low one, which they can communicate. You may have a touch of it, may need a little speech therapy, maybe a speech delay that you can pick up your words. learn how to make complete sentences. There are definitely programs that can help you with that. And you can also go through your caseworker. Your caseworker is the key in this. And if you don't have a caseworker, there's a 1-800 number, autism, you can call. They can help you, give you all information. You can Google it. It's different ways. Hospitals. This is how I found Loyola Hospital, west side of Chicago. This is how I found out about facility to put my son in when he tries to hurt himself. Put him in. Sometimes you have to stay over a week to get him in. I don't care. I'll make that sacrifice. I'll miss days out of work to make sure my son is good. Sometimes you got to make that sacrifice. But it's very challenging. It really is. I'm just talking about it. I'm overwhelmed with it because people don't know. People go on their daily lives. We don't get checked on. And I'm going to put it out there. We don't get checked on enough. We don't. And I don't expect it. Because family goes off and do what they want to do. They can't even make a simple call. Hey, is y'all okay? Do y'all want me to watch Jalen for a couple of hours to give y'all a break? We don't have that access. No, we don't have that access. My biggest help is my son, William. William helps a lot. A lot. Derek, of course, Derek, we talk every day. But I'm saying in general, family don't check on family. They don't. The people that's going through the worst, they don't check on. The people that's doing their daily lives, smoking weed, doing all, hey, what up, what up, what up? But what about the people that's struggling? And I'm not talking about financially. We're talking about mentally. Because it mentally messes with you. I have stress build up so high. So high. Autism Society 1-800-3-AUTISM. Yes. Yes. Please share this video. Because everyone needs to be aware about this. Some people brush off their kids being autistic, don't want to take them to get the help that they need. Yes, life do be lifing. And this is life be lifing. I don't care if it's ADHD, cerebral palsy. I don't care what it is. Life is lifing with that. Autism itself. Because these kids are unpredictable. Very unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't. Which is why we have to give him the assistance that he needs. Now, I'm going to tell you now, Jalen's smart. He's a tough cookie, and he's strong. I just hate that the older they get, the worse they get. And they keep switching his medication. Right now, he's on benzodiazepine. He's on Devaprol. I feel like these medications, clonidine, and medications keep them stable. But eventually they adapt to it, and guess what? They got to get them another medication. And it sucks because they're testing these medications off on them to see if it works for them. It was hard getting to the right medication to keep them stable. It really was. I mean, who wants to see their kid getting pumped with drugs? Oh, let's try this one. See if this one works. It don't work. Let's try this one. This one got him standing in the corner for about 5 hours. Oh, let's try this one. No, he's not a project. My son is not a project. He's a human being. The bullying. Jalen had so much bullying as a kid, but they wasn't crazy. They made noises to irritate him under the bus. Let me tell you something. He has an instinct with self-defense. Like he knows it's coming before it comes. Jalen's very strong. He picked his dad up. Like, come on. Come on. You pick up somebody who's 200 some pounds, it's like nothing, like a feather. So, and it was just that excitement. It wasn't to hurt him. But I'm telling you, these kids get bullied all the time. But I don't know if you've seen the video where somebody was bullying this girl. She was autistic. They were kicking on her, punching on her, and she was in a wheelchair. Like, I don't know who can be so mean to do something like that to children. People can be cruel. They can be so cruel. They don't care that they're autistic or they got a disability. They don't care they're on the spectrum. Just like these kidnappers. They don't care that your kid is, that's like an easy target for them. Easy target for them. Your kid get out, that's an easy target. Oh, let's take his organs. No. You gotta pay attention to your kids. You said Jalen has always been sweet around me. Jalen is a really, really sweet kid. Jalen can teach you a thing or two. Jalen loves Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs and cars is his thing. He's always loved it. He built it. He built the whole Jurassic Park theme in his bedroom. JJ built an airplane so wide and big as the bed with just paper clips. Those kids are highly intelligent. Highly. It's just they go through their stages in life. Because they life be life. Their biggest challenge is getting up, worrying about what their mind gonna tell them. So, yes, Jalen go through stages just like everyone else. Now, I can honestly say, by my son being on the spectrum, I have never seen my son cry. Never. Never. Yeah, they're creative. I've never seen my son cry. The only time I seen him cry was when he was a baby. When he turned 3 after that, I've not seen my son cry after that. All you have, as y'all know, Anika is a teacher. And she's a teacher in high school. That's one of my friends. And as you can see, she just said she taught a few of them. And which what was that like? I don't know about teaching autistic kids. So what was your experience like, Anika? Anika, you want to get pulled on the live? It would be nice if you come on the live and talk about it. It would be nice. Because like I would like to know what it's like, what the teachers go through. Because it's challenging for the teachers already just to deal with our children. But to deal with a child that's on a spectrum or any type of disability, I know those are blessed teachers, because that is something very challenging. Very, very challenging. You have no idea. It's so challenging. Let me see if I can add Miss Anika on, if she don't mind. I can't even find her on here. Alani, what do you want, little girl? Hold on. She's talking now. Anika Hardy said it was good. He had a one-on-one that's accompanied him to each class. This is when I taught junior high. I still have art that he created for me from zoo animals. Oh, okay. So was he do you know what spectrum he was? Was he a high? Was he a low? Did he show any activities, any signs? Hey, Shantae. Because I know my son, like I said, my son, he was saying, talking perfectly normal until he took some shots. Do I know which shots it was? I don't know. I don't know which shots it was. I just know after he took the 3-year-old shots, after the 3-year-old immunizations, it was like a complete shutdown. Gabrielle wants me to pull her on the live. Okay, Gabby, let me try, okay? I'm going to try. Derek pops up right away. Okay. So I'm adding my cousin. Gabrielle, it says, ask Gabrielle Davis to join the live. If they accept, they'll join. Okay. They say this person was unable to join because of technical issues. Which means saying you got some type of technical issue, Gabrielle. I don't know why, but it definitely won't pull you in. He was nonverbal, a little speech, and very sensitive to sound. He also would freak out if he didn't follow the same routine every day. Let me tell you something. Yes, autistic kids have routines that you cannot break them out of. If you break them out of, that will cause them to literally have an episode. I know my son routine every day. Every day. Oh, she goes. There she goes. Okay. Okay. It said it's adding Gabrielle now. Yeah, it's different types of activities. It's different types of there go Gabrielle. Hey y'all, say hi to my cousin Gabrielle.
Hey everybody.
Okay.
So you were talking about that classroom setting, and I want to just join in on that to just share the experiences that I've witnessed with, autistic. So I have a 9-year-old nephew that's autistic. He's low on the spectrum, but he's been to several schools because every time I took him to a school, it was always new. For children with, IEPs, they're not supposed to be on any type of timeout, none of that stuff.
That's
but
true.
There were several schools where I took him to, and I would pick him up, and he would be on timeout, literally in the corner, facing a wall.
No, that's totally unacceptable.
And so, of course, I'm going off or whatever and removing him, from the school, or they would just have him sitting there isolated from the rest of the students, just watching a movie or something.
That's not cool. That's not cool right there.
Doing anything. But the last straw was he was in a public school, and the teacher, there's two teachers in the room. So they have their main teacher, then they have the assistant teacher, and then possibly they have, aides and stuff in there.
Yes.
And so this class, it wasn't a mixed class. This was all children with IEPs. And so I will be getting a call every day from his teacher, complaining about his behavior. One, they're letting him walk out of the school. How do you let a 9-year-old get out of school? Where's the security?
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you something about what you said about the, with the putting him in the corner. Any kid that's disabled is not supposed to be left in the corner. Let me tell you what they do. When Jalen was having an episode, there's this thing called the sensory room. Now, the sensory room is a room that when your kid is having an episode, you let them go in there. You have all type of fidget toys. You have all type of sensory toys to calm them down. To like even colors. It can be anything to calm them down. That's why they put them in a sensory room. It's not acceptable to separate your kid from all the other kids, because then now they feel like they're being singled out. That's what you don't want to do. So yeah, it's very important that they don't do that, because that's making the kid feel lonely. That's not good at all. So Jalen, when he had episodes, they had sensory rooms, or you have tablets, or you have computers, or you have sensory toys, even little squishies, even stuffed animals, whatever that comforts your kid to calm them down. Sometimes they put their tongue in their mouth, suck on it, walk on their tippy toes. It's a lot of different things they can do to calm them down. That was totally unacceptable. Go ahead and finish what you were saying, Gabrielle.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I know. So immediately, as soon as I saw that behavior going on, I took him out right away. But this was the last straw at this school. So I'm getting calls from the teacher every day.
Wow.
So that was the first, the first sign was that when I got calls that, he was getting out of the school. The second thing was the teacher calling me every day. So then the teacher asked me to come up there and sit in the I had suggested it.
I see your comment, Anika. Anika commented on you. Anika said the IEP is a law, and if it isn't followed, you can take it to the court, basically. She also said stand in the corner for a long period of time is a form of corporal punishment.
Yeah, I know that they're not supposed to do those things. No, I reported them and everything. But what happened was I went up to the school to observe, what was going on in the classroom. When I tell you I was furious. I was sad and furious at the same time. I go up to the classroom to observe. I stand outside the door before I even enter the classroom, and you say, okay. So I stand outside the door to observe before I walk in the classroom. When I tell you, every last one of the students in the classroom was out of their seat, doing something inappropriate. The teachers were basically, yelling at the students to sit down or stop or whatever. There were students in there throwing actual desks, stabbing people.
Wow.
All kinds of stuff. And my nephew, he was walking on top of. He wasn't the only one. He was walking on top of desks and stuff. And I walked in a room and I just said, like, I was the damn mama to everybody. And I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
Like, damn, y'all sitting like, I just started going off. And I'm like, what is happening? Why are y'all not saying anything, whatever, right?
Right.
So the teacher was like, one of the teachers with the main teacher, she wasn't saying anything. She just put her head down. And then the other teacher, he's like, I'm trying to, settle them down and all that, whatever. Like, the class was just out of control or whatever. So I go and I'm sitting down because I'm like, I need a moment. Hell, before I even leave, I'm trying to figure out what the hell did I just walk in on?
Right.
So as I'm sitting down trying to then get myself together, one of the students in the classroom, I noticed that this little boy is going around just beating up everybody in the classroom.
And the teacher did nothing about it?
Listen, the teachers is not, neither one of them, not doing anything. Oh, yeah, I reported them. Right away.
So did you do any, did you take them to court or something?
Listen, no, I wrote the caseworker, the ODLSS or whatever. I called all those people, everybody. I was calling
Wow, I got that deep.
Yeah, because look, so I'm sitting there and a little boy is going around, but he picks this girl up out of her seat and slams her.
Wow. Now, we never had activities like that with Jalen.
Then he comes and he pushes Zaire or whatever. Zaire, push him back or whatever. And the boy comes over to me. I'm sitting by the laptops or whatever. He's getting ready to grab this. I got the laptops by me or whatever because I see him just doing stuff and doing all whatever. And
Anika said they should have been reported. She said they should have been reported.
He comes and try to grab the stuff from out of my hands and hit somebody else with it, whatever, and I'm not letting him get it. So the boys start trying to fight me.
Wow, you know what? I really feel like it is up to the teachers to make sure these kids are safe because some of these kids don't even know what's going on. Like they literally don't know about their surroundings, who's hurting them, why they hurting them. Like we would know, but for them, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't.
I had to restrain, get him not to damn hit me. Then I grabbed Zaire and I got the hell up out of there. And like that's when I went and I reported everything, and that was Zaire's last damn day in that school. And I'm just like,
sometimes you gotta move them around because sometimes you gotta move them around because all schools are not for your kid.
Oh, most definitely.
All kids, and it's right. Anika is right. Anika just said smaller class settings. Hands-on activity, hands-on hand activity. You was definitely right on that. You was definitely right on that. I totally agree with you on that, Anika. But yeah, thank you for chiming in with me for that little information. I really appreciate it. Do you have anything you need to tell anyone? Anything to give them advice on autistic kids?
Dr. Me?
Yes. Not the boogeyman.
No, you really have to have patience.
Yep.
And when you get those days when you feeling like you having your meltdowns and stuff like that, because there's gonna be plenty of those days or whatever. If you have a spouse or anybody that could possibly help you or whatever, just take a moment for yourself so that you can reset.
Yep.
Because you can't go nowhere. It's your child. You have to help your child. So you just need to take a moment for yourself to reset.
Absolutely.
And know that you're doing the right thing. And
yep.
You're doing everything you can. You just have to be patient with yourself. Oh, and the person, Anika, she put in the activities, most definitely.
Yes.
Like Alex was saying earlier, have them doing regular activities. When they have structure and when they are active like that, it helps them.
Yes. It definitely happened. What's up, Giuseppe? Thank you for joining us. All right. Thank you, Miss Gabrielle, for joining my little video on autism. on Life Be Life. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. I love you, cuz. All right. Meltdowns, winning meltdowns. I don't know if anybody have anybody seen Orlando? Can you somebody grab Orlando and bring him in here for a second? So I'm going to tell you the difference between Orlando and Jalen. You're going to see it in a minute. Can somebody pull Orlando in here real quick? Because Orlando, he's on the spectrum. But there you go. So this is, come on, Orlando. This is Orlando. This is my 7-year-old. Say hey, Orlando. Hey. So Orlando, as you can see, he can communicate. Your grandma on there, say hey, grandma. Hey, Mama. So Orlando, he can talk. Jada can talk too. Not much, but he does. Orlando, he can. Orlando just bad. That's all. Orlando. Gabrielle said hi, Orlando. Hi. Okay. But this is my last Mohican that's rocking my world right now. But the difference between him is Jalen can communicate. Can you not do that on the camera? Jalen can communicate. I mean, Orlando can communicate, but Jalen can't communicate as well. But yeah, pets. Pets do help. Dogs, cats, ferrets. Jalen's favorite was the ferrets. They both passed away, so I'm working on getting some more. But sometimes dogs can help too. Animals can definitely help. My son Alan is on here. He can definitely tell you the episodes we deal with Jalen. He's another one. Okay, Orlando, say bye. Go back out. Bye. Because before you get too comfortable, and he don't want to leave mommy because that's a mama's voice. Thank you, Orlando. Bye. 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 But yes. So here we did good with dogs. Yeah, dogs is a big comfort for them. Yes, dogs. Educational activities with TV, television. That was another thing that helped Jalen. That was another thing. It's all different types of ways to keep your kid occupied. Don't be afraid to put them in sports. There are different sports they can join. Like I said, JJ was in the Special Olympics. By JJ getting older, Jalen was dealing with high functioning, which not made him capable to do sports anymore because he was too busy hurting himself. So now that's why I said if anyone that's autistic going through all different types of stages, please don't be afraid. Reach out to them. Check on them. See how they are doing. Please. It's very, very important. And at this moment, I'm going to open up the floor, see if anybody have any questions about autism. If you have any questions, any information that can help someone, like and share this video and subscribe. I am on YouTube channel right now. YouTube is really streaming, literally streaming right now. I wish I could send out to is on YouTube streaming, which will be nice if everyone could just like and subscribe. If anyone have any information, please don't be afraid to share it with these people because these people, there's so many people that don't even know their kids are autistic, or they in denial. That's not my kid. Just because your kid is autistic doesn't mean, my kid is artistic. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, please, don't be afraid to reach out. Wendell Hardy 3. Are you trying to tag somebody? Oh, Anika. Please invite people to this because when this video shut down, it will be posted. I do not delete any of my videos. I want everyone to be aware of this. Don't forget, Anika posted the 1-800 number on there. If you have an autistic kid and you need help, there are many, many numbers that you can reach out to and literally, get the help that your kid needs. Don't wait. Because I think to me, that is the biggest issue when people wait. Don't wait. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. The worse it gets. Shantae, if you can send my link to Peyton, I just shared it on YouTube so Peyton can get on there. I just shared it on my page from YouTube, the live streaming on Facebook on my page. Can you please share it with Peyton on regular message? Please. Because I think she's trying to reach out to me and I couldn't do it. So do anybody in here have anyone that's on the spectrum? Or maybe have a kid or family member that's on the spectrum? Do anyone on here has it? Because I definitely have two. Thank you, Shantae. I appreciate that. I really do. My mom knows what I go through. We all go, well, it's been a challenge. It's still challenging. Life is life and with my son. Life is life and every day. Everybody know life is life and every day. I don't care. Every activity is life. Life just be life. I don't care what you say. You have a good day and end out with a bad day. But guess what? Life be life. It's part of life. That's just it. You have to deal with it. God wouldn't throw you challenges that you can't handle. That's one thing you got to remember. Let me tell you something. You put God first before all of this. You watch and see the work God can do. I'm telling you. Because right now I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed right now with the joy I'm having with Jalen right now because Jalen's not as bad as he used to be. Not. I think he calmed down a lot. I really did. And sometimes you just got to pray over your kids. And you got to pray a little harder. God may not come right then and there. Eventually he'll come in. And he'll definitely come in and save you. Oh my God, Lord. Now look here, Shantae. You can't be using that type of language. She said, I thought mine was, but once the test only had dyslexia. You know, Shantae. Now look here. It's okay. It's okay. I think any disability is challenging and hard. So that's why I sometimes I go on my driveway, I get off work, and I just sit in my car for a minute because I have to brace myself because I don't know what type of challenge I'm going to get for that day. I don't. It's always a challenge with Jalen every day. This morning it was. He didn't want to take his medication. So I literally had to sit right there until he was ready. I think I sat there for like maybe an hour and 45 minutes. Sometimes he want to take it, sometimes he don't. Oh yeah, I definitely come over there. Anika's right. I definitely would shoot over Anika. Nah, Anika. I'm sure Anika don't mind. She don't mind me shooting over there, get a little stress reliever off me. Oh yeah, every day is something different. Let me tell you, Jalen routine. Jalen routine is get up in the morning, which I love. I kind of love his routine. You know, he don't know, he can't say his prayers, so he just do this. That's enough for me. God knows what he's thinking. God knows what he's thinking before he can do it. Oh, Nika. But God knows the words out the way he wants to. But he goes in the back, he washes his face. He does the whole routine like a normal person does. But then if I was to take him out of there, it'll be oh, no. He'll go through a whole rage. So I don't never break him out of that routine. Same routine every day. Go get some waffles. They let me tell you something. They said some autistic kids are picky. Jalen's not picky. Jalen's not picky with any food. He eats everything, especially vegetables and fruit. That was the wrong tag. Lord mercy. Anika and Derek, what am I gonna do with you two? I don't know what I'm gonna do with you two. Y'all go sit down somewhere. But yes, if you have any question on autism or anything you want to say about autism, because I'm that person that I go beyond to help you. Because I want somebody to do the same for my kid. I definitely want somebody to do the same for my kid. Please be careful with if you have an autistic kid, don't be so quick to want to put them in a mental institution. Don't. That's what they want. They want to use our kids as projects. No, they're gonna use my kid as a project. No. As long as Jalen got Negro on hype and Hilliard, he would not be a project. We have way too many families that can step in and help. So that will never be an option. I thought about putting don't think that I never thought about it because Jalen can be very reckless. He can destroy things like stuff in the house. But that if I choose to make that decision, I don't know. Maybe God will tell me I need to make that decision. But if I choose to make it somewhere down later on in the future, and I have no choice because kids get stronger, and sometimes they can have an episode and hurt you. Sometimes they can have an episode and hurt you. That it can be too much. And I'm not getting any younger, I'm getting older. So it can be a point that they can happen to hit you. He may not have never did it now when he was a kid all the way till now. But I don't know later on in the future, JJ may go through a rage and hit me. You never know. Because it's unpredictable. You don't know what their activities they're gonna do. And they are very strong. Gabrielle no. Zaire is probably strong right now. Thank you for sharing your experience. I appreciate you all openness and honest. Oh yeah, thank you. You are so welcome. Because I'm telling you, I need all the love. I get enough love from Shantae and Peyton them. I definitely do. I definitely get enough love from you guys, and I appreciate you guys for even being supportive to me, going through all these stages. I really appreciate it because I hate to say it, but the family is not there enough. They're not there enough. When we're going through troubled times, we be needing that your attendance. We need them, but they wouldn't know that because they don't reach out. Sometimes people need to be reached out to, whether they got autistic kids or not. Sometimes just pick up the phone. Hey, how you doing? That's all it takes. It don't take a rocket scientist to reach out to your family. And I hate family that always distance themselves. Why are we family? We supposed to be there to help one another, support one another. I don't care if it's watching sports. I don't care if it's somebody graduating. We always need to support one another. Always. If you can attend, just so happen you can't attend, that's fine. But don't have your picks with who you want. I don't like that favoritism stuff. I just don't. Am I doing another hour? If y'all continue to talk with me, because I have other stuff I want to talk about besides autism. I want to talk about us parents mentally, what we go through with autistic kids. I had a point of time I went through a real bad stage myself that I just was giving up on my son. I don't want it anymore. I just want to throw in the towel. But I knew if I threw in the towel, I would have failed my son. I would have failed him. And I don't want to fail my kid. He needs to know he's just important as my other kids are. He needs to know that. He's very, my son, he gets a little bit more attention. The kids didn't understand why I gave so much attention to him. I gave him more attention to them because he needs it. Kids used to get jealous about that. Mom, you always doing this for Jalen. You always doing this for Jalen. You take Jalen here. You go get this. You go get that. But as they got older, they started understanding why I did it. Sometimes my kids used to be embarrassed because JJ make noises out in public. They used to be embarrassed by it. But then they realized my brother really does have an issue. He has a disability. And I had to accept it. They learn to accept it. And I think that's the biggest issue with kids that's on the spectrum. They look for acceptance. It was hard to get Jalen accepted going into restaurants. One person said, we were sitting there, I believe it was Golden Corral. I don't know if you guys know what Golden Corral is. I know everybody from different states, but it's like a buffet. I was like Old Country Buffet. We went in there and Jalen was clapping loud or whatever, having this little episode. Like it was a joyful episode. It wasn't nothing like to break anything. He was just happy that he was in there. The lady seen it. The first thing she said, well, I don't want to sit by this family because they have a son that's just too loud and irate. Real rude. That was very rude. She said it in front of him to a point that my son was scared. And a kid should never feel like they're scared to be themselves in public. He was very afraid. You gotta understand, they have feelings too. So we went through many stages and people didn't even want to sit next to us, or we had got escorted out because he was either too loud, clapping too loud, or it was always something. So, it messes with my head. I can't speak for Lorenzo. I can only speak for me because I have broke down many times over Jalen. Like that I recently had a breakdown with Jalen because I couldn't get Jalen to get out of the shower. I couldn't get him out because he was in there for like 2 or 3 hours. Yes, definitely discrimination. It is. You know how many times we got to put out a restaurant because of Jalen? We can't take him in the hotel because he hits on the wall. You know, it'd be like the water park. You know, my husband had his doubts about me taking him to the water park. No, no, I take him. I don't care. People look at him, the way he walking on his tippy toes. Oh, what's wrong with him? I don't mind people asking me questions. It's just the way you approach me with them. Oh, what is he, retarded? Let me tell you something. I hate that word. And you're not supposed to say hate. You're not supposed to hate anything. But I hate that word when people say retarded. I don't like it. It's a trigger for me. And everybody know how I am, especially Anika. I don't like it. It's a very, very mean, cruel word. It's how you ask. I did have one lady that was really, really nice. And she says to me, she said, I noticed your son, he don't like noises. She said, you mind me asking, what is his disability? And then when I explained it to her, she was like, that's the first time she ever seen it. So I gave her a little information on it. It's good to be aware of these kids because now, I don't know if y'all noticed, an autistic kid got killed by a police officer. Do your research. Google it. YouTube it. Kids getting killed by police officers that's on the autism spectrum. All because he didn't turn around and respond. And when he reached into his pocket, guess what? He pulled out a toy. He got shot for pulling out a toy. He don't know. He's autistic. The video is clear as day on there. He's just rocking back and forth in this world. And the officer comes over there. You see him playing with little toys. And he tell him to put his hands up. He didn't put his hands up. He reached into his pocket and he shot him. To me, when I see things like that, I fear for Jalen. I fear every day for Jalen. I do. Because I don't ever want that to happen to my kid. Ever. Ever. I don't even want to have it in my mind. Just the thought of it freaks me out. So I can imagine what that mom went through. Her kid getting shot because he pulled out a toy. Now, had the officer said, at least try to go to the house and ring the doorbell, try to see who's watching him. They don't do that. They just do it right then and there. Anika is putting up information right now on autistic boy in California being investigated for being killed in the state of California by a police officer. You can't they're autistic. Put tags on Jalen, his name, saying that he's autistic. Shirts, necklace, whatever you can. Get logos, get shirts, put it in their book bags, put addresses, phone numbers, everything possible for them to be aware that your kid is autistic. JJ is in the system out here in the city of South Holland. If nobody's looked his name up right now on his wristband, he's going to pop up autistic. Automatically. I made sure I did that and passed all that out. Because I fear for my son's life if he ever was to get out and somebody does something like that to him. Anika said there are several incidents like this. I can go on and on. Yeah, most definitely. She just put up a couple articles, you guys, in Salt Lake City. 13-year-old boy shot by a police officer. Guys, if you have a kid that's on the spectrum, get them help. Don't wait. Don't wait. If you know somebody, even know someone that may have a kid that's autistic and they're not getting them the help that they need, inbox me. I don't mind helping anybody, giving you any information to help you out. You guys got to share this video, share the YouTube, so these people can get the help that they need for these autistic children. Any kid that's on the spectrum. Hey, Yolanda, that's my godmother. Yolanda, how you doing? So, yes, please Please, you guys. Everything, all the information that Anika is, go read the stories. It's out there. They're doing it. They're doing it. Please share this video. Please go on my YouTube. I just posted it on Facebook under my page. Please share it, like it, send it to somebody that may have a kid that's on the autism spectrum. Please, please, please. You don't know how serious this is. You really don't. It is important to help one another with this. And it ain't even just being on the spectrum. ADHD, schizo. It's so many of them that's out there. You gotta please share it. Please, thank you, Yolanda. Thank you for sharing. You gotta share this information, y'all, because this is very severe and very critical every day with these children. Every day. Did I fear about was I worried about after I had Jalen, was my other kids gonna be autistic? Yes. All right, good night. Good night, Anika. Did I fear it? Yes. I feared it, but what can I say? Rizzo wanted more kids. I gave him what he wanted. Turned out Lonnie, Alan, Gennaro, they came out fine. Then Orlando coming. We just recently found out about Orlando beginning of this year. But he's on a low spectrum. So, did I get an IE for him? Yes, I did. So he has a speech delay. He has a problem with making them complete sentences sometimes. So I get them the help right away. So please, you guys, you have to share this. Definitely share it to somebody that has a kid that's autistic. Also, it's also a bunch of groups that definitely give you resources and help. If you go into your search box on Facebook, searching autism groups, it is so many autism groups that you can join, and they can also give you resources. Okay? There are also 1-800 numbers. There are many stuff out there you can get these kids help. Please, don't be in denial about your kid. Get them help. If you see the signs, if you don't even know the signs, just Google it. It will tell you. That's all you got to do is Google it. That's all you got to do. I'm so serious because this, I'm telling you, right now, I'm on a chill side right now. Everyone seen Jalen earlier. Jalen was sitting here like he was in a razor ready to get out of here. I can tell already. I felt it. I know my kid. So, I'm going to get ready to get off here. I thank y'all for joining this live because I'm a little tired myself. I wanted to do this because somebody came into my inbox and said, can you please do the one on autism? Because she wanted to know, and I don't have a problem telling anybody about anything. Yeah, my mom is on here talking. She said the same thing. Please get them help. Yes, they must get the help that they need. Most definitely. So thank you for joining Life Be Lifing. Y'all see my son Jalen. I will keep y'all updated on the next episode. My YouTube is on the YouTube channel, is on the Facebook page. Please share, anybody have any information, inbox me or want any type of information from me, a number, any type of help, resources, inbox me. Don't be afraid to. I will answer you. Okay? Thank you for joining my Life Be Life. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Love y'all. SW, use the fingers. Signing out. Signing out. Signing out. Good night, y'all.